What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Mavri here with episode 5 of Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun. So, in the end, I did manage to catch up to the current series, the current episode, and so probably tomorrow or something like that, I'll be, fully caught up, and from the next week forward, they will be on time. And with that being said, last episode, we figured out the case of one of the 7 wonders of the school. I expect us to continue to do this as well. In the opening, you can actually see hints of all the other wonders or mysteries of the school, the urban legends, if you will. So all the various spirits that we're going to be encountering for this season. However, at the very end of last episode, it seemed that we might be going on a slight detour, right? We see 2 apparent students who are able to use some abilities, spirit fires, yada yada as well. Maybe they're exorcists or something. I wouldn't put that, I wouldn't be surprised if they were, considering there seems to be a lot of supernatural activity going on in this school, right? So, let's just get into the episode and see what is going to happen. Alrighty, I skipped the opening, and let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, now what? She's hopeless. All her classmates must be like, this is such a weird girl. Confession tree. Apparition 5. Okay. Number 5. Well, that's a common sort of urban legend. What? Looks very different here. This is a good style for her. Ah, look at this moke. Gotta kiss. Yeah, she's definitely the weird one in class. I mean, that would be the logical conclusion. Doesn't stand out much? True. Okay, I can already see where this is going. She's gonna be way too... she's gonna be way too conscious of Hanako. Leading to, you know, all those misunderstanding cliches and whatnot. Well, that's what I'm guessing anyways. It might surprise me. Ouch-chan. Ouch-chan. Huh? Oh, he's practicing, I guess. And there we go. There's the misunderstanding. It's so predictable and cliche, but I guess that there's a reason why this stuff is still popular, despite being in tons and tons of anime and manga. Hmm? So it doesn't even matter whether they have the feelings or not? Ah, come on, you like him. That'd be kind of fun. Aoi Aoi as a name. Is that a flag? They're really going to full mile, aren't they? Actually, is there a classification of romance for this? No, I think a lot of people would consider Hanako to be And I suppose this is to attract the spirit out. Yep. Oh? Huh. Oh! That's what the kiss was for. Look at that. Oh, that was fast. I'm willing to bet there's gonna be a follow-up to the entire Hanako and Yashio situation. Oh. Aww. But hey, that was a quick wrap up of everything. Oh wait, is that his brother? Yeah. Well, his name is Minamoto. Shouldn't that be obvious? Huh, I actually completely forgot about his name. Seriously, girl. And of course, they've got to get the Ikemen, the handsome guy, as the bad guy, right? There's a book about the Seven Wonders? Oh, it's the girl. Is yours the same way? Oh my god. This girl. I think I recognize that voice. O'clock library? Isn't that where she just was? Hmm. Wouldn't you need to know his real name though? Oh, it seems we're in for the ending now. Oh? Hmm. Okay. Well, anyways, see you guys after this. Yeah, I recognize that voice. Alright. See you guys in just a second. Alrighty, so this one was quite the fun little episode. I gotta say, I did enjoy it a lot, even though, as I've been saying, it is really cliche if you think about it. So let's talk about the, I guess, two main small episodes, mini episodes that occurred here. First of all, the confession tree, right? Obviously, not exactly part of the school wonders, although I have seen some works work them into being a wonder of a school. I don't think it's one of the seven here in this case, though. It's just some random school legend, school wonder, school spirit, something like that. Um, and of course, like I said, the story, it's nothing new, and obviously the entire setup is nothing new as well, but it's just fun, right? It's just fun. That's all I can say about it. I feel like, you don't even need to be particularly well versed in Japanese folklore or not, knowledgeable about lots of different things in order to call out like what is going to happen exactly, right? I feel like as long as you have a good repertoire of anime or manga, you're a you don't even need to be like a maniacal reader or watcher of anime. I feel like if you have just read a few works or seen a few works, you could probably tell by the time that they mentioned the confession tree, like exactly what was gonna happen. Like as soon as they, with the entire setup, as soon as they dropped that there was a confession tree there. Actually, I could even say even earlier because we know the title of the episode is Confession Tree, right? The moment where sorry, not Hanako, Yashiro was wondering to herself about and getting all flustered by Hanako and thinking, what exactly is happening? Does he like me or not? At that point, you can immediately tell where this story was going to go, right? There's going to be some misunderstanding. They're going to go out to the confession tree, get confessed. Yashiro's gonna have a complete misunderstanding of the situation, even though Hanako does not believe he's misleading her. And then, of course, there's gonna be some follow up at the very end where Yashiro is either very sad or very angry, right? And then they make up, and then we get some cutesy little moments. Like you could literally tell what's gonna happen within the first 2 minutes of that particular mini episode, right? But still, that's like I was saying in the first episode, it's the execution that counts. Even though I knew exactly what was going to happen, and like in every single scene, still, it was still enjoyable. You guys saw me; I was still laughing my head off. And one, you could say that, of course, this formula works. This kind of story works. That's why it's so used. It's such a trope. It's so cliche. At the same time, though, you could easily have the same thing and make it not work out. And in this case, I do believe the execution was pretty good. Beyond that part, let's see what else. So again, it's doing something right. And what else was that I want to talk about? Oh. No, how shoujo this entire series is, right? Like, Yashiro, man, she is a classic shoujo protagonist if I've ever seen one. Well, I guess you can't, I mean, classic in a particular subgenre of the shoujo genre here. And even to the point where, beyond, like, her having all these daydreams and whatnot and wanting to get whisked away by a prince, speaking of a prince, right, Minamoto Senpai, right? First of all, apologies. I actually completely forgot about him from the first episode. I thought he was just a side character, not really important. I'm really bad with names and faces, so I didn't actually make the connection that. Of course, if I had known that or remembered that he was called Minamoto, I probably would have made the connection to Minamoto-kun, the other main character here. But I did not. So, anyways. But as soon as they said that he was Minamoto, okay, then you can make the connection, right? But anyways, the point I was wanting to say is that even down to the point where, of course, this we have these ikemen or handsome guys / pretty boys, and they've got to be the antagonists, right? That's like also a classic trope of the shoujo manga. So I know it's kind of funny to me in a way because to me it seems like it's not shying away from this. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like they're trying to embrace this sort of cliche deliberately. Whether or not that is so or not, at least that the way that they structured the execution, the pacing of it just gives me a kind of feeling that, hey, they know that this is cliche and they're just having fun with it, right? I don't know how whether or not that is true of the original work, right? This was a manga first, but at least in terms of the animation of this, it gives me this feeling where it's just trying to, in a way, make fun of itself, but still give us an enjoyable experience. So anyways, we got that to look forward to in the future. In regards to the ending part, where Yashiro was looking through the Seven Wonders, originally I thought that the school actually had like a sort of record of the Seven Wonders of the school, but I think what they're trying to get there is just basic study basic books or literature written on the general prevalence of the Seven Wonders in Japanese society. Now, every single school, well, I shouldn't say every single school. A lot of schools have these wonders, but they aren't exactly the same in each, right? There's actually not just 7 wonders. There's tons more, but typically they will be consolidated to just 7 for each individual school. 7 just because it's a lucky number, basically. That's just how it is. And so far, I don't know, it feels like they're not using the classic kinds of wonders that you normally find within the urban legends. Of course, Hanakokun, or Hanako-san, I should say, is a classic one. The stairs, Misaki Stairs, there's actually also an urban legend in regards to stairs that's sort of similar, but not quite. So even with the two that they do reference to real life legends, they sort of twist them a little bit, right? Like Hanako-san is actually a guy here, and then the stairs, it's just different, right? It's just different. The circumstances are different, so on and so forth. And I don't exactly know what's going to happen for the other 5, we already know of the library here, right? And so that one isn't a typical wonder as well, a typical school legend. And for the other remaining 4, I assume are also quite different. And I don't know what's going to happen to them, but in the opening, they do actually flash the these 7 different kinds of wonders that they are going to have to face. And to the best of my knowledge, they don't really fit any of the just looking at the kanji and what they represent, it doesn't really fit into the original 7 wonders. So it's probably going to be something completely different. So yeah. One final comment in regards to the girl at the very end there, which we saw at the end of last episode as well. She seems to, one thing that I'm kind of curious about is because she mentioned your Hanako-kun. Like, the implication of that is that there's a my Hanako-kun, or Hanako-san. And we do indeed see at the very end there another Hanako appearing, right? And that Hanako actually is not the same as the Hanako that we know, because the Jodai that's surrounding him is actually black. So different from the white that is what our main character actually has. So that's also quite a interesting situation as well. Still don't really know if that girl is a spirit in some sort of way, or an exorcist, or just a normal schoolgirl, or so on and so forth. But yeah, something to look forward to. Next episode, we're gonna have a clash of the Hanakos. So there we go. That's it for episode 5, and hopefully by next episode, episode 6, I'll try to get it out as soon as possible, and then from the next week on, they should be mostly on time. Although, actually, for next week, because I'm going to be on vacation, so that one will be delayed a little bit as well. But I'll mention that in the in episode 6 once I make it, probably tomorrow. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.